Okay, so let's take a look here. We have the audio, we have a desktop audio, which you don't need. Look if there's anything else here. Do in here. Hello guys, this is my first stream, so I'm just trying to figure everything out. Make sure we're recording, make sure, see if I can see it on my channel. Try to make sure the audio works. Cool. So we are recording here. Okay. So hello. Welcome. This is my first live stream and probably the first video I have ever done while talking. I normally do shorts. Um, so welcome. So on this live stream, I'm going to draw one of my glue characters. Tell you the process of how I do that step by step. And little tips and tricks that I use for that. As well as my channel, what I'm going to be doing on my channel, what my hopes and goals are for my channel. So yeah. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna continue talking. I'm probably gonna start talking about my channel first, and then see if anyone joins. Um, but yeah, just kill a little time before we start drawing here. Um, so yeah. um, so I made this channel about a month ago, and I have seen quite a bit of growth in with my views and people following me. Or if you are followers, thank you for following. And if you're new, welcome. Uh, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Because I really do love making art, and this has been fun. Just doing this as a hobby right now, doing YouTube. But I do want to make my YouTube a safe place for people of all art levels to join me in learning art. I am still growing in my art journey and learning a lot of stuff. Um, it has taken me many years to get to where I am now. Um, and there's still stuff I struggle with to this day, and some stuff that I am learning at this very moment. So I would love to grow like a little family, um, and grow together in our art. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping to get more people interested in my contact with doing lessons, speed paints, live streams, um, challenges, stuff like that. Starting up this channel has been kind of hard for me because sometimes I have lost inspiration, or I just needed to find some motivation, or I've got stuck somewhere. Like recently, I got stuck on um, skin detailing. Um, which is like one of the most important things for drawing. Normally I would focus on the the character, you know, the design. But when it came to skin coloring, hair, all of that, I never really focused on that. So actually, the past couple of weeks, I've been focusing on it, and I've seen a huge growth, and I have learned a lot. Um, and I think definitely my adding light texture and stuff has um really have improved. But yeah, um, but I do want to this big little family, so you can learn with me. You can um, you know improve with me. I do have an Instagram, and I'm hoping once I get a large enough following, we share our arts as we learn and grow together. Where you were when you started and where you are now. I think the best way to learn art is to have someone to watch, or like a teacher that you really connect with, that you can see, that can walk you through things, no matter where you are at in your level, but also make things clear. And I'm gonna try to do the best I can with that. But also, if you can relate, um, and maybe you're at the same level as me or a little bit below, we can relate, and you can take inspiration from me, and I can take inspiration from you. Um, some of the live streams I might do in the future, we might start creating new ideas, new characters, and I will have to work on sketching without a reference picture. I still do what do you call it? Tracing, but normally I do AIs or actual human pictures, like portraits. Um, nobody's art, nothing like that. Um, so since I've tried it and I can copyright it and everything, but I do change it up in my own way. Um, but I think learning from actual things like animals or human faces, uh, like models and everything, um, or is a good way to start. Um, so that normally what I have been doing to grow my art, as far as faces and getting skin colors and stuff like that, right? Um, it has helped me with my actual trace and sketching progress, where before my drawings looked like a potato with eyes. Like it didn't even look like a human. It was kind of like cartoony, but it did really look like a human. Um, but yeah. We'll check. Then we got this too. Okay, I should have done that. So hopefully I can save this so new people can see that part. I did not um start recording it, but hopefully I can post it on the actual channel so you can see this live stream later. Um, but yeah. Um, but I think this is a good way for everyone to grow together. Uh, art has always inspired me. I have dabbled in all kinds of different art styles. Um, but I always, well, when I growing up, um, I learned a lot about the old, classic artists. So I feel like when now I'm doing colors and paintings, my art is starting to turn towards uh, similar to their technique, which is more like it's kind of 3D, but it pops out. I use oil um, brushes, and or I use the spray paint. Um, but it pops out. It gives it a kind of painting feel to it. Um, so right now that is kind of where my art is going at when talking about skin coloring and detail, as well as hair. Which I actually like. I think it's really cool that even though it's been years um, from where I was studying these classic artists, I can see a lot of the influence I did learn as a kid now kind of showing up into my art, and my painting. Um, but I was lucky enough to have this was like kindergarten through fourth grade, a really good art class where it talks about different art um, eras, different painters, different architecture, different ways to paint, different pottery and painting and oil painting, pastels, all that. Mediums, I guess you would call that. It was more like a college class, I would say. And I would say same with our music class. Those two classes were way advanced for someone that was in kindergarten to fourth grade. But I did learn a lot about music and art from these lovely ladies that taught it at my school. Um, but yeah, it was more like a college class, like very in detail, like like when we first started, I don't know if we fully grasped what was going on. But I'm very lucky that I had that. Because it started my passion for art, and I also do like music. I like dancing. I might make another channel where I maybe sing or I dance or something, but that's a whole different story. Um, Yoga, fitness kind of thing. But yeah, it really started my interest. And for a long time, I would back and forth, tracing and trying to find my way. And I always hated my work because it never looked like the original brick. Um, but then, but then, when I was about 10, I started really trying to do detailed, like pencil sketching. And I was able to um, um, get into that a little bit, but then I also took a break and I lost all that material. Later on, I did get a drawing tablet and a computer, and from there I started my digital art again. Not super great. I did try, but obviously I would get frustrated and I would stop. Um, and I think 3 years ago, I actually started taking it more seriously, like really putting in the effort, seeing improvements. I'm a kind of person that I like seeing improvements in something. If I don't feel like it's worth it. But growth can be very slow, and I'm trying to take it step by step. And I think a lot of new artists probably have, uh, when they started, felt like that. They already started and stopped, or really never took it seriously. It was kind of fun, but it was really frustrating, and they would quit for a little bit. So I know a lot of people who can relate with me, with a turn this journey. Um, but yeah, so this channel is really about growing as a family, growing all different all different levels, um, creating friendship. Um, but yeah, it's time to probably start getting into actually drawing now. I don't think we have had anyone join except me, which I think is the one person I see here. Um, but if there's other people I don't see, I feel like these live streams don't really update. Um, but if there are other people, hello, I got to see you through app, the apps I'm using. But thank you for watching. If you are here, watching my channel, I'm not seeing it. But I will be updating to make sure I'm not missing anyone, because I do want to connect and communicate. You can ask any questions, anything like that. Um, okay, so I want to start a totally new clue character.